In this video, we are going to solve a problem on design of tension member with weld connection. In the previous video, we have seen with the bolt connection. Now let us see with the weld connection. So there is a principal tie member. You know that tie members are tension members, and it has to carry a tensile force of 40 kilonewton. Of course, this is not a factored load. So multiply with 1.5 to get the factor tensile force or design tensile force. And the length of that panel is 6 mm. Therefore, the length of the tie member is 3 meter, 3000 mm. And design the connection, welded connection, and check the slenderness ratio also. This is your previous examination question in 2017 for 14 marks. Let us solve this problem. So let me give the write the given data. 40 kilonewton is the tensile force. I have calculated the factor tensile force by multiplying with the factor load factor 1.5. So you get 60 kilonewton. And we know that length is 3 meter, that is 3000 mm. And it is not given what is the grade of steel. Therefore, assume Fe410 is the grade of steel. So Fe410 grade of steel is going to have yield strength 250 and ultimate strength 410 Newton per mm square respectively. So weld connection is adopted. So we need to calculate the size of the weld, throat thickness, and strength of the weld also. Size of the weld, yes, and throat thickness also we have to calculate. So we have done this kind of problem in our unit 1. Okay, so you need to refer that thing there, that problem there. Okay, let us start with step 1. So I need to design a member, a tension member that should be able to carry a designed or a factored tensile force of 60 kilonewton. So I have to choose what kind of section and what is the dimension of that section. I can choose it. Okay, so let us see the procedure of that. We have discussed the design procedure, design steps in the previous video. So let us follow that design procedure. So first thing is, we start with the calculation of AG required, gross area that is required. So how do you get that? That is given by the factor tensile load that it has to carry divided by Fy. Of course, we have to include the partial factor of safety against yielding, and which gives you 60 into 10 to the power of 3 into 1.1 divided by 250. So 264 mm square should be the gross area of the section. But what I did is I have increased the gross area by 25%, and it has come to 330 mm square, that is 3.3 centimeter square. So why did I increase this area? There is no particular reason for that, because I wanted to make sure that I have provided the section properly without any issues. Okay, I want to be more confident on the section I am going to choose. Therefore, I am going to increase the area, gross area required by 25%. And now I am going to select a section from the steel tables based on this gross area required, that is 3.3 centimeters square. So step 2 will be the calculation, finding out a suitable section. So here I have chosen a Indian standard angle section from the steel table, and that is ISA 6040 of thickness 6 mm. Let me show you the parameters from the code book, how I chose that. See here, the area is 3.3, isn't it right? 3.3. Okay. See, this is the IS handbook, steel tables, and I am choosing an unequal section, unequal angle section. That is, the leg is going to be different length, and this leg and this leg width are not going to be same. So I want to select an angle section of unequal lengths, which should have 3.3 mm square, centimeter square at the area. See here, 3.02. Yes, maybe this is Good, right? What is that? ISA 4025 6 mm thick angle section. But when you are choosing this angle section based on the gross area, the slenderness ratio also influences the design. In the previous video, we have seen that there is a limit for the slenderness ratio in case of tension members, right? Around 350 is the value of slenderness ratio in the tension members when a member is subjected to only tension all the time. Okay, so please refer that video there. So if I take this 4025 angle section of thickness 6, I'm not going to get a proper section. It is going to not satisfy the slenderness check. Okay, so I'm going for higher section. I can go for this 4530, what is something like this. See here, this section here and here. But that is a problem because lambda is dependent on length divided by radius of gyration, right? So in order to get the radius of gyration high, you have to take less value. You have to take care of the area. More area have to be taken here. See here, if r should be high, r is equals to root over I by a. సో లాంబ్డా తక్కువ ఉండాలంటే ఆర్ ఎక్కువ ఉండాలి, ఆర్ ఎక్కువ ఉండాలి అంటే ఏ తక్కువ ఉండాలి. So if I take this section, this slenderness ratio is going to be satisfying. Therefore I am going to take this section here. Okay, what is that section? 60 40 thickness of 6 mm, 5.65 is the area. So you can find the radius of gyration from the steel tables. So that because for this 4025 the radius of gyration is 0.66. Radius of gyration should be higher to get slenderness ratio lower. So now if I take 40 60 40 section of 6 mm thick, I am going to get a radius of gyration of 1.1 RYY, least radius of gyration. Therefore this 60-40 angle section would be more appropriate for my design. So let me select that section, and whose cross sectional area is 5.65 centimeter square or 565 square mm, keeping in mind this slenderness ratio. Okay, so now let us go for the design of weld connection. So in order to design the weld connection, you have to decide what is the size of the weld, what is the thickness of the weld, throat thickness, and what is the strength of the weld. 3 parameters you have to calculate. So you know that minimum size of the weld is 3 mm. We have dealt with this in the unit 1. Please refer those problems if you are not aware of that. And the maximum size of the weld is 3/4 of the thickness of the angle section. Thickness of the angle section taken is 6 mm, right? So maximum is 4.5 mm and minimum is 3. Therefore you have to select the size of the weld between 3 mm and 4.5 mm. You cannot exceed 4.5. Therefore size of the weld taken is 4 mm. But in some cases, when he is asking you to design the tension member, he will give you the size of the weld also. So in that particular case, you no need to calculate size of the weld separately. And throat thickness is 0.7 times of S, which gives you 2.8 mm. And strength of the weld per unit length of weld is given as this. We have dealt with all these expressions in our unit 1. TEFU by root 3 gamma MW, which on calculation will give you 394.52 Newton per mm. This is the strength of the weld per unit length. Per unit length. So what would be the actual strength of the weld? Strength of weld will be equals to 394.52 Newton per meter into length of the weld, which will give you some value in terms of newtons. That is the strength of the weld. But here we are trying to find out the strength of the weld per unit length of the weld, because you don't know what is the length of the weld LW to multiply with this. ఓకే, లేకపోతే యాక్చువల్గా ఎఫ్డబ్ల్యూడి వాల్యూ ఏమవుతుందండి, టీఈఎఫ్యు డివైడెడ్ బై √3 gamma MW into LW. So since we do not know this, we are getting the strength of the weld per unit length. Okay, so now the factor tensile load that this weld has to bear is 60 kilonewton. So now why don't we do this? Let us find out what is the strength weld length. Okay, so from this equation the strength of the weld is, so strength of weld is, see I am writing 394.52 into LW Newton, isn't it? Not per unit length, I am writing for strength of the weld. And the factored load this weld has to take is 60 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton. So in order to calculate LW, let us equate this length of strength of the weld is equals to factored load that it is experiencing. So 394.52 into LW is equals to 60 into 10 to the power of 3, and LW is equals to 60 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by 394.52. So that is what I have done here. This is Newton and kindanemo Newton per mm vastundi, and upon calculation 152.08 mm is the length of the weld that is required. So LW can be approximated to rounded off to 160 mm. But remember, this is an angle section, right? This is an angle section as shown in this figure. This is how it is welded. See, here it is weld, and here we are going to weld it. Okay, so this is weld and this is weld. So since it is an angle section, the centroid of the section is going to be at some section from the bottom. Let me go for this. I got 19.9 is the radius, centroid distance. Let me check it out. 19.1, is that correct? 19.9, yes, see here 1.99 centimeter. So mm లో కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తే ఇంటూ 10 చేస్తే 19.9 సరిపోయింది. సో ఫ్రమ్ బాటమ్, సో నౌ you have to put the weld not in the same proportions, right? So ఒక దగ్గర ఎక్కువ ఒక దగ్గర తక్కువ పెట్టాల్సి వస్తుంది అనమాట. I don't know how much I need to put, but let me check. So this is the flange, other leg. So here the length of the weld is taken to be L1 and at the top L2. I don't know what is L1 and L2. Okay, but in most of the cases on here at the bottom only, at this place only, the weld is going to be more. So now we need to use a simple expression. Let us take this out. This is not right. And see, the length of the weld should be LW, that is equals to L1 plus L2 as 160 mm. Okay, so we know that. Now let us take the movement of this weld about the centroid or the neutral axis. So what is this distance is going to be? This is going to be 60 minus of 19.9. See here, we have selected a section ISA 60/40, right? So whenever we write 60/40, 60 is the length of one leg and 40 is the length of other end. If I say ISA 160, this is one length leg and this is the length of other leg. Okay, so it is always better if we connect the larger leg with the gusset plate. Okay, so I have did that. 60 plate is leg is connected to the gusset plate. This is the gusset plate. So take the moment. So about this axis, L1 into 19.9 is the moment about this axis of weld L1, right? And L2 into 60 minus of 19.9 is the moment of this weld. So it has to be equal. So equate that and you get L1 equals to L2 into 2.015 and substitute this value in this equation. You are going to get L2 as 53.06, L1 as 106.93. It is very simple. And in some cases, in some textbooks, this length can also be calculated dividing the 60 kilonewton. See, 60 kilonewton is being shared by the area above this neutral axis and area below the neutral axis, right? So find out what is the proportion in which they are sharing this kilonewton, 60 kilonewton, and you can find from that also the weld. But this would be easier because we followed this in our unit 1, so there will be less confusion with. So now let us go for the step 4. So in this step 4, we are going to check the tensile strength of the section. So we know that the tensile force that is coming onto this section is 60 kilonewton, factor tensile force. So the strength of the tensile strength of the section should be greater than 60 kilonewton. So I'm not doing the calculation part. We have done this in the previous problem. So you can do it as a practice, no problem with that. And check whether the strength in yielding, rupture and block shear is greater than 60 or not. If it is less than 60, then you have to change the section. Okay. If it is less than 60, you have to change the section. If it is greater than 60, no problem. The strength is greater for the section than the load applied. Okay. So now, finally, we are taking a weld of 4 and throat thickness of 2.8 and the strength of the weld is this. Now let us come to the step 5, slenderness ratio check. So lambda is equals to L by R, L is equals to 3000 and radius of gyration is 1.1. Let me show you that. Yes, 1.1 here, 1.1 centimeter. So into 10, 11.1 and on substitution you get 270, and the slenderness ratio of a member which is always subjected to tension should be less than 350, and it is absolutely clear that it is less than 350. Therefore, this section also satisfied the slenderness ratio check. Okay.